Let's go over the two best position changes in Dynasty College Football 26. If y'all enjoy this content, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. You already know the deal. Check out the ebook. Let's hop in. So when you are recruiting, man, I think it's two position changes you should keep your eye out when you're just looking through your recruiting class. And one is, let's start out with the receiver, man. The athlete wide receiver last year, one of my favorite position changes was moving these guys to defense, whether it was corner or safety. That is one of the best position changes in the whole entire game. And I'll show you. I'll even sim a couple years to show you how to properly develop these guys and show you what they can be. So you just don't have to take my word. You'll be able to see it. So we was able to bring in 4 athlete wide receivers. They're all contested specialists. That's an archetype name. And the thing about these guys, they could be up to 6'6". And if I'm a 6'6" one, I would consider that generational. Finding a 6'5" one, super common. You can find plenty 6'5" contested specialists, gems. There's plenty of them in every single recruiting class. You could sort through and find guys that's only gems. You know, 3 stars, they're good enough also, man. So we brought in one 4-star version. You get to see his attributes. He's 6'3", 196 pounds. I wish he was a 6'4", 6'5" version, but this is good enough. 88 on the speed, 91 acceleration, good catching. Like, he could play wide receiver. Unfortunately, the development trait, not great. Only normal is what it is. But the next guy here, 88 speed. You know, you see the jump from the 4-star to the 3-star level is not that big of a difference when it comes to the speed and acceleration. And the reason I bring that up, because you see the decrease in route running and maybe even, you know, catching some of this other stuff, but that's fine because we're going to move him to defense. So if he have low route running as a 3-star, that's fine. He's not sacrificing that much speed from the 4-star to 3-star level of these archetypes. And I don't know if that's meant to be the case, but you'll see these guys, 89 speed as a 6'3" receiver that's going to go play corner. That is very good in this ball game, man. Last year, that would have been bad. But this year, speed is in a totally different spot. 6'5" guy, 86 speed, 207 pounds. Guess what? You're going to play safety. You know, you could put him at corner, but we're going to put this guy at safety. And those are the 4 guys we brought in, man. So 2 of them are 6'5". We'll put one at safety, one at corner. I'll kind of show you the position changes. And then the other position change, other position group I also want to focus on is going to be the running back. And that is going to be your contact seeker, man. So when you come over here and you're scouting and you're looking at, let's go 4 or 3 stars, and you're looking at your athlete running backs, it's a bunch. It's a bunch of options. You got the backfield threat. Not my favorite, man. Also, you got the contact seeker, which is not really that many of them in each draft class, but it's still enough to find a handful to bring in, or, you know, 2 or 3, however many. And it's also 4-star versions. You also get the East-West playmaker. And keep in mind, we will drop the full athlete tier list, man. We will drop that. If y'all do want to see that, let me know. But come over here to our recruiting board. Like I said, we brought in 4 total. So 4 receivers, 4 running backs, and we brought in 1 4-star. Now, the thing this year, you know, this is the same conversion last year, man. Moving the power back to D-line or linebacker, or you can put him at safety. But my favorite is probably D-line or linebacker conversion. Now, the thing is, you're getting a decrease in speed, you know. Obviously, every single position group, except for the athlete middle linebacker, really got nerfed on speed this year, and the contact seeker might have seen the worst of it. It might have seen the worst of it. 4 stars coming in, you know, he's not a gem, but 84 speed is not ideal. 87 acceleration is pretty good, especially because we're moving him to defensive line. Acceleration is important for defensive linemen. The 3 stars, the speed really started to dip down to the 80s, the low 80s, which is fine. That's good enough for a D lineman. But the reason these guys were so overpowered last year, because the 3-star version still could come in with like 90 speed, and then you just get a 90 speed defensive lineman with great finesse moves, power moves, all of that. So this year is a little bit different, but they're still very good. Also, it's unfortunate, pretty much all these guys have normal development, except for our top guy, our 4-star that we brought in has impact. So that'll kind of hurt that just progression throughout this video. So last year I discovered you could really move anyone to D-line and they'll develop to be great. And I got a suspicion that might be the case this year, man. Obviously, height and weight does not make it ideal, but you could do it. So let's look at our 2 4-stars that we brought in, man. So the 2 4-stars is going to be Shaq right here and Taj, the running back. And I just want to just show you their defense abilities, man. I really do think some of these athlete offensive players was meant to go play defense. So 84 speed on the contact seeker, 88 on the receiver. And let's just go through, man. Obviously, the offense side of the ball is pretty good. Good stats across the board. Good, trucking, break tackle, all of that for the running back. Good catching and route running. Like, these guys could 100% play offense. Now, when you get to the defense side of the ball, it gets very, very interesting. So, tackling for the contact seeker, 76. Is that good enough to play linebacker? Maybe not first year, but it's definitely good enough to play D-line. And it's probably also good enough to play safety. Okay, we could work with that. Same thing with the contested specialist, 66. That is good enough to play defense. That's good enough to play corner. Safety is good enough, especially as it will develop, and he's going to be very good at catching the ball and some of this other stuff. A hit power, 84 for the contact seeker. That is very, very good for an offensive player. 84, and it's expected. He's a contact seeker. He's supposed to be a power back. So moving the defense, he has high hit power. You're not getting that with the contested specialist, but you're getting very, very good, or I should say solid block shedding. Maybe I shouldn't. No, that's good. That is good block shedding when you compare to some of these D tackles come in with 76 block shedding as well. That is good block shedding for a defensive lineman. 76, the corner / safety, you're not expecting that with him either. Now, the finesse moves and power moves, 73 and 75. That is good money. That is very, very good money. That is super even, super well-rounded. Like, we would definitely take this, man. Also, solid pursuit. Now you get into the man and zone coverage. And for the contact seeker, 60 and 74. He could go play safety. The 84 speed might be a little troublesome. Some of these box specialists be having that low speed anyway. So you're really not losing anything, speed-wise. They be coming in slow anyway. It'll develop. Now, looking at the contested specialists, 80 or 79 man, 68 zone, no press. No press coverage. Just keep in mind, you're not getting any press coverage with these contested specialists. So that's why I like to put him at safety. You could still put him at corner and the press will develop. Will it ever be great? No, but it will jump up. It won't stay in the low, 20s, 30s. It will develop a little bit, but that's why I like to put him at, safety more times than not. And then also, they could return kicks, all of that. And then one thing I want to show y'all, also the strength on these guys as well, on these contact seekers, and you're getting 85 strength. You're getting the super well-rounded defensive lineman, also with some solid speed. Like I said, last year the speed made them overpowered. This year the speed is a little bit reduced, but they're still very, very good. And he's also 6'1", 233 pounds. How do I want to move him around? Let's go ahead and move some of these guys around. And they can play defense just as well as they can play offense as far as the contact seekers. Now, the only issue here is he'll turn into a pure power archetype. That's not going to be my favorite archetype for what he could be. I'd much rather if he could turn into a power rusher, just because he has good finesse moves. Now, when you turn him to a pure power, the finesse moves go out the window. It can no longer be upgraded. It'll be stuck at that, 73, 75, whatever. It'll be stuck at that because pure powers can't upgrade finesse moves. So you could move him to thumper. You could move him to D-tackle. He'll be a very, very light D-tackle, but he also could play safety, middle linebacker. Like, he could play a bunch of different positions on the field. I'm going to end up just moving him to the pure power just because D-line, I think, is going to be his best bet, just overall looking at his attributes. And same thing with this contested specialist, man. We already know he don't have any press coverage. He can also play tight end, but he can also play corner and hybrid safety. I really do like the hybrid safeties. They're pretty well balanced, but let's go put him at boundary corner. I think that's one of the more solid corner archetypes in the game. As long as it's not zone. I don't love the zone corner abilities in this game, so I kind of try to avoid that compared to, like, if I get him to turn to a field, that's one of the best abilities in the game for a corner overall. Now let's move this nice guy. He's 5'11", 225 pounds. We can go ahead and move this guy to linebacker or D-line. Let's go with D-line route once again. And we're just going to go through and just move all these guys around to a defensive position. So depending on the attributes, sometimes you do get them to turn into a power rusher, which is the case for this guy, man. So his attributes are a little bit different. So if we move him to defense, he will be a power rushing defensive lineman, or move him to the linebacker, he'll be a thumper. You know, you got a couple different options here. Actually, running back is his third best position. So it's like, what do you do? I'm going to go ahead and move him to power rusher just because I want to see at least one of these guys be a power rusher. So we moved everyone around to positions, man. So our guy here, 74 overall, he's a power, 68 overall. This is the power rusher we just talked about. And we moved our other guy to, you know, defensive line also. He's a pure power. Now I also moved one of these contact seekers to Sam linebacker just to see how he develops there. And he's a 69 overall as well. Then for the corners, we got a lot of corners. But, we have 4 corners. I moved 2 to corner and 2 to strong safety. I wanted to make sure to move one of these 6'5" dudes to strong safety, or the corner, just to see the potential to get a 6'5", a 6'4" corner, still with speed and could cover. No press coverage. So you don't want to press in your defense at all, at least until you upgrade it. But he's going to redshirt. He's going to marinate for a year. And then also strong safety, you see the same thing. We have our 2 hybrids. This other freshman that's a box specialist, he's not amongst the group of guys I brought in. That's athletes. These 2 hybrids, the 6'5" and the 6'3" one. And the 6'3" one actually has start development, so we should see him become pretty good. So I simmed one season, and let's progress some players, man. Let's go through and just progress a few of them. I won't show y'all all 8 players, but looking at our top guy, the pure power, like I said, it's unfortunate he could never improve his finesse moves, but it's going to be solid. We know his finesse moves are always going to be in a solid spot around like that 73 range. And for this, I'm just going to, why not just max out the power, get him a lot better. And let's not also forget about that IQ, man. If y'all don't know, I dropped a video on the awareness, and awareness is super, super important. You got to upgrade that while progressing players. And this first year, we won't focus on abilities for him. Next year, we certainly will. He's going to be 79 overall, so he's up, 5 overalls, which is not that big of a deal, but he is going to be a solid player by his senior year. And you kind of see the difference. The guy that turned into a power rusher, the freshman, he's a power rusher instead of the pure power, and now he can upgrade the finesse and the power moves, which is, just a little bit better because the finesse moves start off in such a good spot, man. I would love for him to be able to upgrade both. But in this situation, we're going to just upgrade him a little bit, get him up to a 72. I think he was around, 68, something like that. So upgrade him around 4 overalls. And we'll kind of go through and do the same thing for the rest of the defense. So let me show you the hybrid safeties. And let's go with we have the 1 star with 70 skill points to use. The other one has 52, but he's 6'5". Let's upgrade the 6'5" one, even though he has less skill points. This is an archetype you wouldn't really see, man. So he could get amazing coverage. Hold up. So I wonder, what if we just went all coverage here? And my game plan here is, hold up. I got an idea. I have an idea, y'all boys. So we're going to upgrade this completely. And you'll see next season what we'll do. So his coverage is in a very good spot. We use everything on coverage. But I have an idea. Now that press coverage is at least usable. And for his junior year, he's really going to be a guy for us, man. He's really going to be a guy. My thought process, move him over to corner junior year. And once we get that coverage is just maxed out. He got enough speed. We already know he has crazy height. And that press coverage was the only concern. And for this guy who's also a hybrid, let's upgrade, I guess, the coverage just a little bit. Get him in a little bit of a better spot, man. Try to get that press coverage to a usable level. At safety, the press coverage not as big of a deal for sure. But continue to upgrade this, get that IQ to go up, get his overall to shoot up a little bit as well. And we can also focus on that run stop ability, which is honestly not great. That tackling, damn, it costs so much to upgrade. He could never be a great tackler. That's one thing we're seeing here. You can also increase the hands, but the catching traffic and the catching is really going to be in a solid spot because he's a former receiver. We can also go the abilities route, but let's get that IQ up there and then also get that coverage up there a little bit more. Get him up to an 82 overall. Already, think about it, you're just getting these super big, tall corners that you traditionally, and safeties, that you traditionally would not get. The other 6'5" guy, unfortunately, got the normal development, so he barely get any skill points. And I think here, Upgrading the man costs a lot less because his press is so low. So it's almost like finessing it almost, just because his man coverage is going to get 99 super quick and super cheap, and his press will follow, man. Like, yo. And obviously, you could continue to upgrade that press coverage to make it, at least usable. Get to like 70, where it's like not a complete liability. But now we could kind of just focus on the zone coverage and make him just a more well-rounded cornerback. And you can also get that speed up there, 88, get it maybe into the 94, 93 range by his, senior year. But we're looking pretty good already, man. We won't upgrade this guy just yet. We'll progress a year and see how we looking. We simped another year, and we're at training results once again. And let's upgrade Connor, who's our 6'5" corner that we're trying to turn into a specimen with only normal development. Imagine if he had star and we're able to, do a lot of, just upgrade him even more than what we can. So we only have 28 to work with, which is not that much, it's not much at all. So what we're going to do here is, you got so many different options. You continue to upgrade that man. We upgrade the speed, and it's at an 89 now. We can upgrade it one more time. Let's upgrade it one more time. Get it to 91, which is a good spot. And he's up to an 83 overall. Next year, we'll really, really focus on, oh my goodness, man got 255. This is the difference between a guy with normal and elite. He didn't get all 255 in 1 year. This is over a couple years. But that is ridiculous. 255 skill points to upgrade is nuts. He's a 5-star with unlimited skill caps. Oh, man. I might just have to upgrade him for the fun of it, man. Wow. Now, let's look at our other sophomore, Shaq, here, and see how we could upgrade him. So we have 57. We let 2 years accrued. And now we can upgrade them all at once. So same concept with the man coverage. It's going to be super cheap to upgrade the man because the press is so low. So you could get 99. Look how much his press just jumped. It just jumped 6. 6. Not his press, his man. His man just jumped 6. But let's continue to upgrade him, and you'll see you could so easy get 99 man coverage so easily. And the press coverage, it'll get up there eventually, man, over a couple years. If you want the press coverage, just keep upgrading. If you don't, just rock out with 99. But if you want the press, I totally understand that. Now you could go ahead and upgrade the zone, and the zone and awareness is all tied together, which is actually very, I don't want to say OP, but that's very good because you're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You're getting his overall up, and you're getting his awareness up, so he's going to play better. And, I mean, he's looking pretty solid. Let's upgrade that speed also one time, get to 89. And now we kind of just could do what you want. Like the catching traffic, the catching, you don't even have to touch that. That's in a good, solid spot. As he's a former receiver, you can focus on a run stopping ability, or you could just wait another year. And now we got a normal development player, looking like a stud, 6'5", 6'3". And you could continue to do this with your safeties, also your D linemen as well. Let's come look at our hybrid safety, the 6'5" one, the one that's, a little bit more fun. Just because you don't see 6'5" corners. You don't see 6'5" safeties. So with this, I'm going to continue to upgrade this pass coverage. And like I said, my thought process, senior year, or really next offseason, we're going to move him. So that's enough press coverage. I'm not going to upgrade no more. We're going to move him over to corner. And now we kind of get this corner with some insane attributes. And let's get the awareness up with it, man. Next offseason, we'll really, really focus on upgrading that awareness. We got to make sure we remember to move him over to corner. And we'll also upgrade that speed a little bit more because at 86, which is not great for a corner. And this guy, same concept. Whatever you want to do. You want to go pass coverage? All right, we go pass coverage. Get that up there. And it's another situation where you could move a guy to corner, or you could just keep him at the safety spot. Probably keep him at safety because that press is not going to be able to get any higher. And then also maybe upgrade the run stop ability, or go ahead and start upgrading some of these actual abilities. Get knockout. I don't love the abilities on these hybrid safeties. Honestly, man, don't love them. But don't love them. They're okay. They're okay. So you can upgrade some of these abilities, improve, get the blow up ability, which is pretty solid. Also get that knockout. And then you come in here, upgrade whatever you want, continue to get the, the run support or the hands, whatever you want to do. Let's max out that IQ and let's actually save him for next year because why not? All right, so we have advanced to the next year. We're at position change week. And like I said, I want to come over here and move our guy, our 6'5" specimen that we have been building with a 99 man, 98 zone, 73 press. I am fine with 73 press if I am, wow, he could turn into an 80 overall lurker. So he will be a bump and run corner. Okay, let's go ahead and convert him to a corner. And we could convert this guy as well. And let's just do it because we don't really have nothing to lose. So let's convert him to corner also. I think he's kind of maxing out at safety. And maybe he'll lose some of them abilities that we just bought for him. But it might be worth it. It definitely might. Yeah, he definitely lost the abilities, but that's fine. And we actually forgot to even upgrade our defensive lineman, but we go ahead and take care of that this offseason. So at training results, like I said, we forgot to upgrade our defensive lineman. So Taj here has 77 skill points because we didn't use them last season. So here, let's just go ahead get the power moves maxed out because we can make him a super good power rusher and also maybe even get the IQ up just to get him more consistent. You will also get the run stopping ability up, get that block shedding, which is already in a solid spot. Get that up there as well. And then you can go to abilities route. He's a junior. All these guys are juniors, so we do get one more year out of him. You get that strength up there if you want. The hit power already in a good spot. Like, you kind of have just a very, very good player. And this is, obviously a 4-star impact running back, contact seeker, which is an archetype that's honestly not my favorite archetype on the offensive side of the ball. So now get the abilities up there a little bit, and then now we come back over to the ratings. You kind of do what you want, man. Let's get the run stopping ability, get that maxed out. Now he should be able to get the inside disruptor. Yep, he get that thing on at least bronze. That's a pretty good ability to have. 16 left to use, and let's save him for his senior year. And come over here to the next guy. So our power rusher that, can upgrade the finesse and power moves. Let's go ahead and upgrade the power moves, man. So unfortunately, his overall is really not going to move much because he's considered a power rusher. Now, what we can do is change his archetype, and that could help out with his overall. So he's a way better finesse rusher. So next offseason, we could change his archetype, and that will help him out. Now, obviously, he don't have no IQ because we forgot about it. But he's a 74 overall, but I promise you, once we change his archetype next season, his overall will shoot up. And then our Sam, we forgot about our Sam also. Let's go ahead and upgrade him. He got 68 skill points. We haven't upgraded him, and I don't think at all, honestly. So for the first time, we're actually upgrading him. His archetype is a thumper. So upgrading the run stopping ability would be best for getting his overall up there. And the thing is, his pass coverage is not great. I was about to say start off solid. It's not great, but it's honestly not the end of the world. Get that tackling up there because that's his biggest issue. The tackling starts off in the 70s. So it's interesting that they even make him a thumper because he don't have much tackling to start off with. Get that IQ up there, and you quickly start to see how his overall is jumping up from just a 68 he was a couple seconds ago all the way up to probably going to end around 85. Let's get that run stopping up there a little bit more and then focus on IQ, all the rest, and get him up to an 85 overall, 3-star normal development guy. And, he still has one more year. This is a player that will get drafted. One more year of player progression. We will get Buddy drafted. And then now looking at our corners, Antoine, man. This is the guy we just moved from safety, hybrid safety, over to corner. And let's continue to upgrade him, man. So now the thing is spread out his attributes, man. So before, his pass coverage was actually maxed out, but now it's spread him out, moving his archetype. His skill caps didn't change, but the categories changed. So now it better suits us because now we could continue to progress him in the coverage, and that's important as he's a corner. So he got 99 man. If we want to continue to upgrade that press, we can, but we also get this zone just in a better spot. Also, maybe let's continue to upgrade the man coverage because why not? It'll continue to get his overall up there as well. And we have so many points to use. So get him up to a 90 overall. And now it's kind of like these other categories nowhere near as important for a corner in my opinion. So now just getting the coverage ratings up there is the important part for me. And we could honestly max out his blankish coverage, get dive and catches maxed out. And, you can kind of get pretty much do what you want at this point. You could move him back to safety next year. It's a lot of different options. Our next guy is Shaq, who is also the 6'3" guy. We could continue to upgrade him. I want to focus on our 6'5" guy that we just moved over with 47 skill points. He was the safety, and we just moved him over the corner. And yes, he looks very good. Now we could honestly get the zone coverage. It don't even make sense. His zone coverage is going to be maxed out. Like, we can continue to upgrade that. And it's unfortunate his overall don't really represent how good of a player he is, because that awareness is only at 67. Wow, we need to move him back to safety, actually. I think at safety, we could then upgrade that awareness. So it's like so many different factors, man. You ever make a 2K build? This is what this kind of reminded me of, man. You so many different factors. You move a guy position, this move, and then you can't upgrade it. So we actually got to move him back to safety to upgrade the awareness, because the awareness category, I believe, was down here. And we got the skill cap there. So there's a lot of different factors. So we're actually probably going to move him back to safety his senior year to maximize him. So interesting situation here, man. I'm just moving. We sim to next year. I'm moving our guy Prince around. This is the 6'5" corner that started at safety. We moved him over the corner this past offseason. I told you I need to move him back to safety. Well, I just looked. What if I move him back to corner? It changed his archetype. Now he would go from a bump and run to a field. And we're going to do that for a couple reasons. The field corner may have better upgrading when the progression. And we can honestly look. Just come in here and look. And my whole thing is I want the IQ to be separate. And now the IQ is also attached to man coverage once again, and the man coverage can't upgrade that high. So I'm actually going to move him back over to safety. But point is here, you could move guys around and you could change their archetype pretty easily in this game, man. Like, for example, I think our defense alignment, one of these guys, we could change to a different archetype. And it's this guy right here with the high finesse moves. So he's currently a power rusher. Well, we just move him to the other end position. It's probably going to change him to a different archetype. So first of all, it's glitching the hell out. It's glitching out. I don't know what's going on. It's not showing the proper overalls. It's not. It's glitching the hell out. I'm be honest. So, and I realized that. It took me a couple minutes to realize it's glitching the hell out. So, Clyde right here. Say he's going to be a 54 overall if we move him to D-line. It's glitching. Let's move him. And we'll come over here. Maybe I'm doing way too much. Maybe I'm finessing the position changes and it's breaking the game. If we come over here to D-line, now he's an edge setter. What are we doing, man? Like, every time I click on a player, it's not the player. It's not. Like, he's not a field corner. And yeah, it's glitching the hell out. I might have cooked my position changes, man. All right, we broke it. Let's just advance to trainer results and upgrade the players that we've been upgrading. And it's their senior year, and Taj right here. And let's go ahead and upgrade them, man. Like, the pass rush ability, we must have a coach ability. We probably do, because I think the pass rush has unlocked the skill cap for his senior year. And it's probably Kirby Smart, one of his coach abilities. So now we can upgrade that. We can also upgrade this run stop even more. We upgrade the IQ. Let's just go all overall. Can we just get him to be like a first round draft pick? Get him to 92. I think we upgrade power. Didn't change his overall too much, but he's a 92 overall, at least a top 3 draft pick. Other guy, we kind of cooked him, so we could upgrade him, but he's now considered an edge setter, as that makes no sense for his archetype, as he got crazy finesse moves and power moves and no block shedding, but his archetype is an edge setter. So he's like trapped in this edge setter body. But if we just was able to convert him to a speed rusher, his overall probably would be like 83, 84. It wouldn't be crazy high. But just because he's trapped in the wrong archetype, and I tried to fix it, and I ended up making it worse, he is cooked, unfortunately. Let's look at our one Sam linebacker, who should be a senior buddy right here, 85 overall with the normal development. My whole goal, get him drafted. 3-star normal development. He would not get drafted if he was playing offensive side of the ball. That would not happen. As a 3-star normal development running back, he probably wouldn't get drafted. And now at least he's in a contention. He's an 87 overall. Maybe we get lucky with some in-season progression, get one more. Because all we need is just one more upgrade to IQ. I know he's going to be 88. And at 88, he's definitely probably getting drafted at that threshold. Now looking over here to corner, since we glitched out the position changes, we couldn't change Prince back to safety like I wanted to, so he's stuck at corner, and he's a field corner, but we go ahead and max him out. The thing about the field corners is abilities. They have the best abilities in the game. So come over here and let's get these best abilities in the game on our corner, because why wouldn't we? And then we could also try to focus on overall a little bit. And that's interesting because overall don't say it's that high. He's one of the best corners on the roster. Like, just is, man. He just is one of the best corners on the whole entire roster. 99 play recognition, 99 zone coverage, 99 man, 88 speed, 84 overall. One of the best corners on the whole entire roster. Even though his overall might not show it, we just build a 6'5", by the way. 6'5" absolute demon. Antoine here, also a very, very good player. You could just do this position change thing and create these insane players here. You know, another guy that should be a first round draft pick. You go ahead and focus on the abilities if you want. Focus on the catching. I mean, there's 1,000 different ways you could take this. We have so many coins to use and really not that much to use it on. Get the run stopping ability up there. Why not, man? We have so much. So maxing out the run stop ability actually got him to a 97 overall. What is his run? His 91 tackling on the corner. We didn't focus on abilities at all. And you could, you know, we got the blanket coverage on purple, but you could have upgraded some of this other stuff. We decided not to. And he's a 97 overall certified first round draft pick at corner. And that's a 3-star player that we, you know, just manually progressed from receiver and just manually got him up there to be a dog. With auto progression, can you do this? Yes, is the answer. It's up to you though. Yes is the answer. It's not gonna be as good, obviously, with auto progression. I definitely would prefer to do it with Manu. And let's also get Shaq drafted as well. Maybe get this zone coverage a little bit better. And he's already a 91 overall. And now we could upgrade this. He's a very, very good player for us. And yeah, I mean, he looks very good. Normal development. This is a normal development player we just got to 91 overall. That is not that easy. It's not that easy to get some of these normal development guys up there. And our other 6'5" guy that we forgot about, same exact concept. Just max them out. You could go the man route. Well, let's go to the zone route as it upgrades zone coverage and awareness. And we probably gonna get another normal development guy, 3-star drafted, man. Normal development, 4-star drafted, not that big of a deal to me. But when he's a 3-star, oh yeah, that's game changing. Get him up probably to the 90 overall. Get that press to at least usable. We have 5 left. Let's just use it on run stopping ability. Why not? Get him up to 89, which for a 3-star normal 6'5", that is elite, man. 99 man, 71 press, 99 change of direction. You got 90 zone, 90 play recognition, 91 speed, 90 acceleration. You know the speed and acceleration is never going to be elite unless you upgrade it. You could obviously upgrade it and probably got it to at least 94, somewhere in that range, 93, somewhere up there. But we decided not to upgrade it, and we also didn't focus on abilities. You could do whatever you want with these guys, man. You could upgrade these guys however you want and really make them absolute dogs, man. From D-line to, you know, corners and safeties. This is one of the best position changes in the entire game, man. If y'all enjoyed this content, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all boys, man. Check out the book, and we on to the next one.